you doing? I'm Mike Gaddy, and welcome to this week's COVID and events. As you are well aware, cases have been skyrocketing. According to the New York Times, cases are up 700 to average over the last 7 days, 415 new infections. That is a 203% increase over the last 14 days. And I'll remind you, 14 days ago, it was also really climbing. Hospitalizations are up 83% over the last 14 days, and deaths are up 36% over the last 14 days. Now, I will suggest that hospitalizations and deaths are still off in terms of proportion off with Omicron than the Delta variant, because more and more scientists and doctors are agreeing that Omicron does produce less severe illness. That said, I just read an article in the LA Times which might give pause for event planners. And that is, according to the LA Times, you can be highly infectious with the Omicron variant and test negative on PCR tests, which are the most sensitive. That could spell trouble for event planners who are relying on negative tests to keep attendees of events safe. If you are testing negative and still highly infectious, that could spell a problem. Other event planners are relying on not only a combination of negative tests or positive tests that if you're past the 10-day isolation period, but also requiring proof of vaccines and boosters. That perhaps might be a slightly better approach. There is some problems with confusion on how long you should isolate after testing positive for Omicron or from developing symptoms. A Huffington Post article took a really in-depth look at this, and they suggest that you can leave isolation after 10 days even if you are testing positive on a lateral flow test, which are the home health tests that everybody has been gobbling up, if you, 1, have no symptoms, or 2, only have a cough or lack of taste and smell. Apparently, cough, lack of taste and smell can linger on with Omicron for weeks. But that doesn't mean you're still infectious. Infection and the ability to infect other people slides down gradually, according to the Huffington Post, after you are initially infected. So you might consider that when deciding whether or not to visit, say, sick family members who might be particularly susceptible to infection, even if you are only shedding small amounts of virus. That's it for this week's COVID and events. Please stay safe. We'll talk to you soon.